On this week's episode of the Kokomo Press Podcast, we have a very special guest for you. He is the Alpha Athlete Chris Owens. He is a professional wrestler from the Kokomo, Indiana, and he recently broke his wrist, and he's coming back from injury, so he kept us up to date on all that, let us know what's going on. He's been on the podcast once before, but it was before we had all these upgrades, so we're excited to show you guys another side of pro wrestler, the Alpha Athlete Chris Owens. Check out this episode of Kokomo Press Podcast. We love you. Stay tuned.
Warning, this video contains adult content not suitable for children.
What's up? It's the Kokomo Press Podcast. I'm Jordan Granger, and as always, I'm joined by one of the best co-hosts on the planet.
Thank you, Brain West.
That's Brain West. If you guys haven't seen our most recent skit, you'd understand that. And we have a special guest on the pod today. He's been on once before, but it was back in the day, and I think it was with Jordan that time. This time
it was.
Here with Brian, and you and Brian have been friends forever.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Alpha Athlete, Chris Owens. Woo! Fake.
Our generation's Hulk Hogan.
Our generation's.
I wish.
Shawn Michaels. That's what he wants to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the technician.
Michael's
Man, how you
the
doing?
greatest. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. I know you've had a rough year. Like 2022 was a little weird for you.
Yeah, it sucked. Well, it sucked and it was good.
Yeah.
You know, like I broke my arm, but then I got married.
Yeah.
So
Congratulations on that.
Yeah, congrats. That's where I was kind of going with it. I'm like, it kind of
bittersweet
sucked,
year
but,
for me. Yeah.
You got a little bit going there. That's pretty cool though. I mean, it's always fun to break your wrist right before you get married, so then you can have like a cool accessory.
Yeah.
Did you guys wait till it all came off?
Yeah. We were supposed to have engagement photos not long after that, so we had to postpone them until I got the cast off.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, honestly. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense though. Like you have to do the whole thing. Did you get a bunch of people to sign your cast and stuff?
No. I only had the cast on for like 2 weeks.
2 weeks? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't on very long.
No, which is funny because like if it was a clean break, I would have had the cast on for like 6 weeks or something like that.
Yeah.
But since I had to have surgery and had the metal plate put in, I only had it on for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But I called my doctor because it felt like the cast was just like squeezing my arm. Like it sucked. I couldn't even sleep or anything. Like
Jeez.
Yeah.
A lot of pressure.
Yeah. So I called my doctor and was like, "Can we get this thing off?" Like,
well, let me go and show. Let me bring these people up to speed. So this is actually what happened to the Alpha Athlete here. So he was kicked man off to the
came
top
down,
rope.
Mamacita.
and just shattered.
Ouch.
Right there. So right there, when you see me look at it, I knew like right away it was broke.
So you were on TV at this point, right?
Yeah. So like, it was so weird.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So you can
had to
see
keep going.
You see me babying it there. Well, here's the funny thing. So when I got up and I saw that it was broke, the part where you see me like start to kick him,
Yeah.
I told him right there. I was like, I just broke my arm.
What did he
What did he say?
Well, I don't think his English was all that great.
Oh no.
So like, I don't think he knew what I was saying.
Yeah.
So when I said I broke my arm, he was just like, okay.
Yes, I will break your arm. I will break your
So
arm.
then I was like, all right, I guess we'll just keep going.
What's his nationality?
He's I think he's from like India or something. Yeah.
He's a huge dude.
Yeah,
he ain't
he's
tiny.
really is.
He's on TNA.
TNA. Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Wow.
Fuck yeah. Tits and ass.
Do you have any leftover painkillers?
Nah, I downed them all.
You downed them all.
Yeah.
Damn it. Yeah.
3 o'clock in the morning every
So we
day.
can wrap this podcast up now. That's the only reason. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Just want your pills, man.
I'm on some right now.
That's also he's like, all right, never mind. I got
Know
in the
what
car.
I did when
Trying to hoard 'em.
right after surgery, like I would wake up at like 3 o'clock in the morning because I would take them before I went to bed so I could sleep, and then I'd wake up when they'd wear off in like the most
Down 'em.
excruciating pain.
You're a true professional wrestler if you got the painkillers. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel with it. Because like once you have to battle in the ring, but once you battle an addiction, that's when you really become a pro wrestler.
Some guys they get carried away with it, Like, luckily I don't have like that addictive personality, so I was able to just take them when I needed to and then stop.
Yeah, that's good though. I mean, that's probably best case scenario. You definitely don't want to be worried about it.
Yeah.
Dealing with the whole thing. I mean, like honestly, how long you been wrestling for? You've been pro wrestling
10 years.
10 years?
Yeah.
In the ring? Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah,
It's cooler.
10 years
Cooler than
and
shit.
2 surgeries. So
2 surgeries. So wrist, obviously, with the other one.
ACL.
Oh, shit.
I remember that one too.
See, that one sucked. I didn't finish the match on that one.
No, you're like, hey, guys, sorry.
No, that one was like, that was bad. That was like, I mean, I was screaming out fuck and all kinds of stuff. And
Did you come off top of rope again? Is that what?
no, I went over the rope. It's something I've done hundreds of times.
Just
and
went wrong?
Just was a bad night. And my opponent, J-Plex, when I went down, he was like, because we were supposed to do a whole sequence right after I landed. I was supposed to jump back over the rope and do all kinds of stuff. And then obviously when he turned around, I was on the ground.
Oh, no.
And he bent over and he was like, you good? And I told him, yeah, at first, because I think I was like in shock. And I was just like, surely it's not that bad. But when I went to get up, my kneecap started like moving around. And I went right back down. I was like, fuck, motherfucker. And so he was like, I knew that you were hurt after you started yelling out motherfucker. Because I was like white hot baby face.
There was kids
Yelling,
there.
yeah, there's kids in the front.
Did they
row,
throw
and
up the
I'm
X?
yelling out motherfucker. Yeah,
There's kids here. Shut the fuck up, kid. My kneecap's over there. Like,
Yeah,
leave me alone.
they were like, I was supposed to win the match, and they were so like determined for me to win that they like weren't stopping it. And I was like, I literally can't get up. Like I would try to stand on it and it would just go right back down. So they ended up just calling the match.
Yeah, the show must go wrong. That's what they say. I'm just kidding. That's a Parks and Recreation reference.
Oh, yeah.
The show must go wrong, and then for it to go good. And they're like, no, that's not the fucking reference.
Since we're on the subject of wrestling, give us some of your influences. What wrestlers that made want to wrestle?
Kurt Angle, Shawn Michaels. When I was little, people like The Rock and
Yeah.
Stone Cold, obviously.
Those are the surface guys. I feel like you get, when you get into wrestling, you start with like the big. You know what I mean? It's just like basketball. Like you're allowed to like LeBron James. You're allowed to like Kobe Bryant. You're
Yeah,
allowed
like
to like
the
Michael
big
Jordan.
mainstream guys.
But it's like when you're like, oh, I only follow LeBron's teams. It's like you're a little weird. So
Yeah.
like it's like to me once I was a Hogan I liked the Heartbreak Kid, and then I liked Hogan, and then I liked Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels, Heartbreak Kid, and then I liked Bret Hart. And then I was really, really, really little. But then Hogan went and became bad. I was like, fuck Hogan, man. You go be a badass over there.
Shit.
WCW sucks. I hated
Yeah.
WCW.
I was a WWE guy, WWF guy. At the
Yeah,
time.
so was I. I hated WCW, honestly.
right?
I used to watch it and just be like, God, this stuff is just so
trash.
It seems so unorganized.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It did. And then, like, Eric Bischoff, I hated him. As a person, like, I know he's a great personality. People love him now.
His
But, like,
podcast is awesome.
for me back in the day, like, Eric Bitchoff, as we used to call him. Fucking Bitchoff.
He was just a prick.
Oh, yeah.
But
He played that character great.
But that's good, though. You know what I mean? Like, that tells you how good of a heel he was.
Yeah, he was a great heel. It was just, like, the type of heel that maybe not want to watch, so the worst kind.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because they had over there. They had a decent everybody was into the shirt, the fucking NWO.
Everyone had an NWO.
It's like
shirt.
even if you didn't like WCW, you had the shirt just because
Yeah.
like it was like a rite of passage. Like if you were a wrestling fan, you had to have that shirt.
Yeah.
It was like part of it.
In the Wolf Pack.
Did you? So you followed mostly WWE stuff. Did anybody move over where you were like, fuck, like that you like loved?
Here's the funny thing. Like, I didn't start watching wrestling until like late 99, 2000.
Yeah.
So like I wasn't watching it during like the big time NWO days.
Yeah, it was like over.
Attitude
You know what I
Era
mean?
stuff.
Like
either. You didn't notice
the
it.
war was like almost over by the time I started watching it.
Right.
And the funny thing is, the only reason I even started watching it is because I moved to Kokomo, and I was like the new kid, and that's all everybody watched was wrestling.
Peer pressure.
And I didn't know anything. I hadn't watched it since like the Hogan Ultimate Warrior days. So like
back in the early 90s.
yeah, so I didn't even know who people like The Rock and Stone Cold were. And like, I was the new kid at school. So like, people would come up to me and be like, do you smell what The Rock is cooking? And I would have no idea what they were talking about.
Bro,
I would
you
sit
got
there and
fucking
picture-
DX so many times, and you're like, what is he doing?
Yeah.
I don't even know.
What is that?
Why is he, what? Yeah, what's that?
He was like,
But yeah.
what? There's the wrestling's telling people to suck it. I'm watching that.
Yeah, people would say that, and I would seriously sit there and picture, what are they talking about? Like some chef or what? Like who He was cooking something.
You
And so,
smell
like-
what the Rock is cooking.
Then they're like, well, you don't watch wrestling? And I was like, oh, you mean like Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior? And they're like, no, dude, like Stone Cold. And I'm like, no, I don't know.
So you never got in the action figures or anything?
No, I had the little plastic ones, like the
The
Hacksaw
small
Jim
little
Duggan.
Mattel ones? Yeah. I love those. Are my
And
favorite.
at recess time, everybody would play with the current ones, the ones that were like the
Right.
Bone Cruncher or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But I had the old 1990 ones sitting at
Small,
home.
the
So,
ones that move like this. And
so I
like
went
that.
home and
Their
I
necks
was
don't
like,
move. It's like the wrestlers.
so I went home and I was like, okay, so they're playing with wrestlers. All right, so this will be a good way to make some friends. And I brought my little plastic ones to school.
Oh, man, you
And
got roasted.
I sat down at the table and started playing with them. And it got like dead silent. Like everybody, it was like the music stopped and everything. Like everybody looked at me and just started cracking
Those
up.
are worth money now.
Yeah, I know.
The small ones.
That's insane. Yeah, it's funny how cruel kids can be. Like it's seriously because
humiliating.
I was obsessed with wrestling, but I was insecure about it. Like the difference between you and me is where I went to school. Like people didn't really talk about wrestling except for like the events. But like I had a ring. Like I had the real little ring
Yeah.
with that cell.
Oh, yeah.
The Hell in the Cell thing, and I had all these little wrestlers. I mean, Kurt Angle. I had a guy that I like turned to make him look like me. I was like, this is my guy. I don't even remember who. I think it was like a Kurt Angle. I just made him look different.
Yokozuna.
Yokozuna, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. It was Rikishi,
Yeah, Rikishi. He's got that
Mick
big
Foley.
old ass.
the Big Show.
You could have done it with Mick Foley.
Hell yeah, that would have
Yeah,
worked. Yeah,
yeah, that would've
Foley would have worked. I had a lot of good wrestlers. I had Sable with her big ass titties.
Oh, I bet you took that thing to bed with you, didn't you?
Dude, I was like, I was always like, I'm repping them titties. Gotta get them Sable titties in my
How
life.
Brock Lesnar is.
Hell yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, old Lesnar's got it now.
Fucking Lesnar, man. He can't even.
Lucky
Just go
man.
get a regular woman, you know? Don't steal that from us, you know?
He needs that.
I know. But I used to have like entire events, and then I'd get home from middle school, and the first thing I would do when I left middle school and come home was like go in and do like a role playing online where I was a wrestler. My wrestler's name was Dr. Demetrius Demolition.
Dude, I had a computer in my room, and I would play their entrance video on the thing and make them come out and everything.
That's the
I'd
way
give
to
them a
do
grand
it.
entrance and
Yes.
everything.
I had a whole bunch of guys, and they like use this software to like make like a version of you. It looked like an old WWE game or a WWF game, like the original ones.
Yeah.
And they would make you, and they would do like scenarios, and they would like get screenshots and snapshots, and they'd put it. So like you would write these entire promos all week of like what happened, and then the day before the match, you were supposed to send in like 5 paragraphs of like what happened during the match. You came out, what
That's
did you
badass.
do? Like I wrote entire scenarios out. That's why I think I'm such a good writer nowadays. Is because I had to write entire like physical wrestling scenarios.
I'm
of,
surprised
like,
you
what
didn't get in the
happened.
wrestling business.
I love wrestling. I'm short, fat,
Seriously.
and weird. You know, it's not as
Well,
what
if you
Paul
are
Bearer.
those 3 things, then you're perfect for being a writer. Then, 'cause
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what,
okay.
or running a local wrestling organization if I don't want to get pinned. But that's not. We're not going to.
Yeah, I'll take it.
No, that would
JG Hog, baby, I'm killing it.
JG.
No. I mean, honestly, like I wouldn't mind doing. I love wrestling. I love writing wrestling. It was so much fun. It was just I was never going to be like a wrestler.
Yeah.
But we did backyard stuff like Joe Howard. I don't know if you know Joe
Oh,
and
yeah.
Michael Howard. We did backyard wrestling. John Burns, a bunch of
Did you guys go
Kevin
through
Wendell.
tables and shit?
Kevin Wendell.
Kevin Wendell, yeah. Well, the weirdest thing that ever happened was we shot an entire sequence at Elwood Haynes Park, like Elwood Haynes School, in the back, and we started at their like little backstop for baseball, and then we started there, and then we ended up wrestling all the way around where he was like throwing me into stuff, and we got to like the trash can, and at one point I threw him in the trash can. Like all this was set up, but we didn't know. Like we knew, but we didn't know. And then I didn't know this, but when he got in the trash can and it was like following me, and then I went to like look in there, and then he hit me in the head with like a light tube, like they had like
shit.
a
They're
boom.
doing
I
death matches.
wasn't expecting it, didn't even know it was going to happen, and then he was like boom, and I was like, Joe Howard, fuck you.
Did you start bleeding everywhere?
No, honestly, I was lucky. I have a lot of hair. You know, I have thick hair, so it hit me in the head. I just had a bunch of glass in my hair, so I'm like,
Probably
trying to get it
looked
out.
cool though.
It looked
Yeah.
cool as shit on video, and then we ended up making it back to the backstop again, and then the whole concept, we were both like kind of fighting. We were both on different sides of the backstop, and then like at one point he like throws me off the backstop, and then he pinned me, and that was like
nice.
the whole thing. We had some of the funniest times of my life were doing like backyard wrestling shit and like a video, and we'd watch it afterwards, like all the fuck ups, because that's
Feel
the best
like-
part is the fuck ups.
Right. I
Yeah,
love
we used to do
backyard
that
wrestling.
shit too. We do it like in the living room too.
Yeah.
Like,
I can't stand it, man. Kids nowadays being mean to you. But it's funny because like having kids be mean to you like got you into something you fucking love, which is kind of insane because like we stop a lot nowadays. We're always like, we gotta quit bullying, we gotta stop bullying campaign. Bullying gave you a fucking career, you know what I mean?
What's funny is like I went and like watched it because like, you know, I was like, I'm just doing this so I can like have something to talk about to people at school.
Yeah.
And then I just like fell in love with it. I was like, this is amazing.
Started really enjoying it.
Yeah. And then like I would get like, you know, made fun of and picked on and shit at school. So like I'd go home and pop on some wrestling and be like, I bet you these guys didn't get made fun of. Like, big jacked guys.
They're probably made fun of the most out of everybody.
That's probably what made him,
Like I know Mick Foley got made fun of. There's no way he didn't.
Yeah.
You know?
You know, he was born in Terre Haute.
Oh shit.
Mick Foley was?
Is it? Or no, Bloomington.
Bloomington.
Yeah. He was born in Bloomington.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. He wrestled in high school with Kevin James.
I did know that, yeah. Kevin James.
Kevin fucking James.
King of Queens, baby. My eyes getting weary. My back's getting tight.
I used to love that show.
I love that damn show. I still watch it.
I'd still watch it.
Yeah, I watch that. Everybody Loves Raymond.
Everybody loves Rayman.
Frasier.
I'm not smart enough for Frasier. I
Yeah,
tried.
I love Frasier.
Frasier
That's
was
why
just
I
a little
watched
too
it, because
gay
it
for
made me feel smart.
Not to be mean, but like Frasier, like when I was little, I was always like, man, this is kind of gay.
So did I, but then like once I got older and a little bit wiser, I was like, okay, this is good.
You're a Will and Grace guy. I know that much.
Oh, yeah, that's me too.
It's my favorite
Will and
show.
Grace.
I was like, this is a little too gay for me, and I was like, let's see what Queer Eye is doing today. That was my shit. Queer Eye for
Brokeback Mountain.
Oh, Brokeback.
Little Brokeback. Did you see they came out with a new version of Brokeback?
Did they really?
Yeah, it's like a 30-minute film they're putting at one of these festivals, and it's gonna have Pedro Pascal in it. It's like a response to Brokeback, but with like minorities.
You're being dead serious.
Swear, I just read this online today.
What the?
They're doing it's like a 30-minute short film about like it's like a based off of like, I don't know if it's based off of or if it's like inspired by, but it's a Western. No. They're like, Pedro Pascal did so good in basically riding a horse for The Last of Us, and basically Mandalorian's a space Western, so they're like, he's great at Westerns, let's have him be gay now. And they're like, yeah, let's do it.
God, that's gonna be interesting.
Did you guys watch Game of Thrones?
I tried. I watched like the first 2 episodes, and I couldn't.
I hate watched
get into
it just to prove Jordan that I would watch the whole thing.
He loves it.
He loves it and thinks it's good, and I'm like, okay, if you want to fuck your sister, just say that. I was like, the whole show is just like fucking everybody fucking each other's family, and it's so weird.
Yeah, that's
and
what
I
I've
was
heard.
watching it, and he plays a guy in that called Overton, and everybody loved him, and he was like, he's only survived like 6 or 8 episodes. It was like real quick, and for the show, it's a long ass show, but he didn't survive very long, and he was like a bisexual, you know. So they're like, he's like, hey, he's very flamboyant in that, way more than anything he's done now. Now he's like the stoic, quiet guy.
Yeah,
man.
He's the man. Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't get into it. I tried. I really did.
I tried way more than I fucking should have.
I wanted no
shit.
part of it. Did you
Really?
finish all the episodes?
Yeah, I finished it all. Yeah, I was at work and I was bored out of my fucking mind.
Did you enjoy any of it?
There were certain characters that I thought were really cool, but then like by the end they fucked them all up. So it's like, it just was like you get mad when you're like watching a show and you're like, this is actually doing all right. I'm liking the storylines. I could see why people liked it in the beginning, because every episode was a cliffhanger. It was like something insane. Really? Like, if you haven't seen it already, fuck you. But like the first episode, they like push a little boy out a window.
Oh wow!
Like that's the end of the episode. So it's like, of course you're gonna watch the second episode. Of course you're gonna watch and the next episode, like something else crazy happens, and it just, the entire thing is just, they did a really good job of writing cliffhangers. So. But there's a lot of people that are doing shows now that they all came from Game of Thrones. Like almost everything. Like everybody's from Game of Thrones now. Like it's insane.
God.
Did you guys watch what's that fucking weird Wednesday?
I
love
watched
Wednesday.
I watched
Wednesday?
the first episode, and again, I couldn't get into
No,
it.
Oh,
it's not meant
I
for
did.
us. It's meant for
It was
like,
good.
little kids.
Yeah.
It was good. Jen Ortega's hot as hell.
Once I saw that CGI monster at
She's
the
over
end.
18.
I need you to have a seat right here. I need you to have a seat right
She's
here.
over 18.
Yeah, over
sure?
18. Are you sure?
I don't. I think. I don't know. She is
We
in my,
set Brian up with one of our decoys from the Watchdog
You might
group.
want to check on that.
she is in my mind. No, I'm just kidding. She is. She's like 20.
That's my joke with Sydney Sweeney too. You know, from Euphoria, Sydney Sweeney. Like, she's so hot, and they're like, "Oh, she's playing at high school." There, I was like, "Those titties are high school. I know what high school titties look like in this."
Yeah, that showed a lot of titties. They
Oh,
weren't,
dude.
like meant to be like high school girls, and it's very uncomfortable.
There's dicks in it too, dude. Dude
yeah.
pulls out his dick and pisses on the floor in front of, like, on the show. I'm like, I
at
didn't
least-
know we were here for water sports. I was like,
At least he was an adult though.
yeah. It's like, I would have held out. I wouldn't have jerked off as Sydney Sweeney if I'd have known them boys going to piss on the floor.
I do want to go on record and saying I said Jenna Ortega's hot, not her character Wednesday.
No, you said
I don't
Wednesday's
know.
hot. I
Who
don't
are you
know.
trying to convince us?
Jenna
or
Ortega.
yourself?
The fucking the Kokomo Press universe.
Brian, where are you going? Heaven or Kokomo?
I thought that was a heating and cooling commercial, or like a.
I put that up, and I was like at Shelby's family thing, and her brother like loves that joke so much. He's
Brandon?
like, no, Jordan.
Jordan.
Yeah. My girl has a brother who has the same name as me. What's the fucking problem? Don't call me out.
That's weird.
Well, I mean, at least it's not her that has the same name as like your sister,
Yeah, that'd be weird.
because then she would have the same last name too. So you know what I mean?
It'd be real weird.
Yeah, and that'd be easy with a name like Shelby. I feel like half the girls in Kokomo are Shelby, and the other half are Ashley.
You have like 15 sisters, don't you?
I have 2 half sisters, and then a sister that was adopted, I guess, on that side that I don't know much about. And then I have I had 2 half sister or 2 stepsisters, one of them who passed away in a tragic house fire. So yeah, why'd you bring that up, Brian?
Yeah, I feel like a dickhead now. Sorry.
kidding.
It wasn't just her either. It was her and all 3 of her children. They all died in a house fire.
Oh, damn.
Good Lord. Well, thanks.
Yeah, I
Thanks
know.
for making me feel like an asshole.
Thanks a lot. The husband, her husband, the father of the kids was at work and came home to.
Damn, that would suck. That's
I
terrible.
got the call. It's fucking. It was depressing because she was really close. Like, she was like estranged to her dad, who was my stepdad, and she moved and like stayed with us when she turned 18, like 19 years old. And she moved in with us for a while, and she stayed with us, and she was nice, and we got along really well. And then like she started dating some Kokomo guys, and was like, "Fuck this," and she left, went back to Wisconsin, and then settled down with this guy, had babies, and they were close. Like, my ex-wife even went up there to see her, and then my mom her and her dad had a falling out with my mom. Like, my mom and her dad had a falling out with her, and they didn't talk for years. They had just started talking like 2 months before this. Like, they had just reconnected.
Sad.
I was happy that they reconnected, and it was kind of through me. Like, she hit me up, and then my mom was like, "You shouldn't message her because she liked you the most." And I'm like, "Why wouldn't she?" You know. So I messaged her. But yeah, Kathy, man, rest in peace, and rest in peace to the kids, man. It was horrible, man. It was-
Jesus, that is sad.
Yeah.
I apologize.
no, you're good, man.
Smack
No,
my
you
hand
didn't do
for
anything
that.
wrong. I'm just giving you shit.
Good job,
Asking
Brian.
me about all my sisters, dude. Man, rest in peace.
You got any dead
Kathy.
brothers?
Yeah, actually, I do. All the brothers are dead.
Oh, my bro.
I killed them all. I'm just kidding. No, I have more brothers than sisters. Well, I don't know, technically. Everybody knows LJ, but I don't really know LJ too well.
LJ's your brother, yeah.
Yeah. Everybody's like, I grew up with your brother. I'm like, Jacob. They're like, no. I'm like, Joel. They're like, yes, but we're not talking about that.
Joel and I shared some spoons
You
together.
have any siblings, Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got an older brother and 2 sisters, and I had a few like half sisters and half brothers too.
Did you also have a whore dad? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, kind of.
Basically.
Yeah.
That's why I have no full siblings. Do you have any full siblings? Do your mom and dad?
Nope.
No. About you?
Yeah,
full
the
siblings? Hell no.
brother and then 2 sisters are full.
I
And
can
then
tell you're not from
all the-
Kokomo.
all
He said
the
he
other
moved
ones.
here, you know? I'm just kidding. That all happened before they got here. Then they got here and they're like, "Oh, you can't stay with the same woman. What are you doing? What are you doing out here?"
Yeah, I have no fool. That's all.
Did you guys
all mutts.
did you guys check out the new T-Pain on
Fuck
top
yeah.
of covers
I messaged
album?
you about
I
it.
know. That's one of
Loved
the reasons
it.
why I brought it up. Come on, man. We're losing
I didn't know
the-
he was still doing music.
We're losing the era of like secretness.
It was a shit, man.
You really liked it, right? What was your favorite song on the album?
I liked it. Probably Tennessee Whiskey's really good, but he
Tennessee
killed
Whiskey.
War Pigs. So
See, I don't like War Pigs.
like in general, just
I like the song, but
Like
I just
the actual
it's not a
song?
great song. Like, it's in general, like, it's just really quick and
right.
You know what I mean?
Let's be honest. You don't want a black man doing white people music.
listen. I said,
That's what
boy,
it is.
you think you can do Tennessee whiskey? What do you know about Tennessee? What do you know about whiskey? This ain't Tennessee Cavassier. What are you doing?
He did do a good job with Tennessee Whiskey, though.
Yeah.
You liked it, didn't you?
I thought he was going to do Tennessee Hennessy because he's black. I'm just kidding.
God damn it.
I might have to listen to that.
Yeah, you're gonna have to check it out.
No,
It's
it was
good.
cool. There's it's like 8 songs, all
songs.
covers. There's a couple of duds. Don't Stop Believing was Garbo. What was the other one that was garbage?
I really liked That's Life.
That's life. See, here's why I didn't like War Pigs. It felt like a shot for shot remake. Like if he had done something new with it, other than just going like he was doing that. But it felt like he didn't change.
He killed it.
I want it
He
to be
just
different.
Did it the same way. It was,
Yeah, it felt like it felt like a literal cover. Like he was
Yeah.
I haven't even listened to Tennessee Whiskey yet because I'm like afraid to.
And he did that one that I really liked.
Stay With Me. That was
Oh,
good.
he
That was
fucking
good. I liked
murdered
that.
Really?
Yeah.
War Pigs was my least. Well, don't Stop Believing was my least favorite, but I'm just sick of that fucking song. Like,
He did.
Yeah, something I don't like.
I also really
Reminds me of
enjoyed
that movie.
He did my my
Monster.
neck, my back, my pussy, and my crack.
yeah, that's hilarious.
That's a good one too.
There's some good stuff on there. Honestly, I think everybody should listen to it themselves. I love the on top of the covers, like the album cover, and then like this is perfect. Like this is hilarious. Like this is T-Pain to a T. Get it? Anyway, T-Pain to a T. I quit. I'm calling the cops on myself for that one.
Wasn't he on a list of like rappers that like went broke or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was.
Yep.
That
He had,
sucks,
like-
man.
If you really consider him a rapper, but
He said, well, R&B singer. He said he went from like having like $20 million in his bank account to at one time having to ask people to buy his kids Happy Meals.
Man, that's terrible.
But he's good now.
Could you
Seriously.
imagine that?
Yeah.
yeah, it
Dude,
could be
you know
worse.
what? I fell into a rabbit hole the other day of Delonte West.
Oh, Delonte
Oh,
West is a
good Lord.
fucking
Oh
harsh one.
man, dude, that was sad.
I was gonna say, just in case, you do want to order some McDonald's for your family and you need help, do not order from this fucking
Guy's a
guy.
piece of shit.
DoorDash
I thought
daddy.
he was a real entrepreneur.
I thought so too. I'm like, you never really have a bad day of the workforce if you do what you love. And
Yeah.
I think drinking a beer, eating some fries.
Total piece
He's
of
just
shit.
trying to make some money.
Didn't get my food on time.
Sorry, you were saying.
He's
Sorry,
a registered offender.
registered offender of something.
So did you guys get that idea from an actual video? I think I saw something the other
Yeah.
day.
Not a video from a post.
Post.
Or a post, or yeah, that's what I meant. Like, wasn't it somebody like in a van or something?
Dude, some dirt road.
I didn't watch the whole thing, but I knew like the gist of it.
Yeah, it was interesting. It was like a woman and a man delivering food, and he's like, "This is so disgusting. We should make this into a skit." And that's kind of like a lot of how a lot of our premises go. Like, what if we take it? Like, what if it kept going?
Yeah.
Like, what would happen if it actually was like caught on tape? So like that's how we set things up. And this was all Brian. Brian's the one that came to me with it. It was really funny. So
Yep.
I was just happy that we were able to do it.
We're pretty sure we're shadow banned right now, so it didn't do that well. So fuck you, Zuckerberg. I know you listen every week. Fuck you.
How do you get shadow banned? Like,
What's
what's that mean?
I'm not sure if we got shadow banned or not. But.
We say we got shadow banned. I think what really happened is we're shadow banned. I'm just kidding.
Is that a real thing though? Like,
Yeah, it is.
shadow banned?
They've come out with it. I don't know about Facebook. Facebook is one of those ones that doesn't really give you a lot of information, but I know it came out on Instagram and on Twitter that they were shadow banning, and they just make it so like if you go to look up Kokomo Press, it's not easy to look it up. You have to put in like the whole word rather than
okay.
even
Then
if you've
just,
been
like,
there
pop up.
before, or like it won't. It like turns our reach down. So like if he posts something and it's funny, the only way we really catch on is if everybody shares it. It doesn't. We have 16,000 followers, 13,000 likes. I feel like if you have 13,000 likes and 16,000 followers, 16,000 people should see your shit.
Yeah.
Like
So it should
especially
be.
like that's how it should go.
Yeah.
At least 13,000. And instead, like we look at our reach, and unless like a post like is killing it, and we get a bunch of shares and a bunch of stuff like that, it's just low. The reach is way lower than it should be sometimes. But that's what we're noticing. Sorry, I brought this photo up because I thought it'd be hilarious because I knew we all liked Kurt Angle, and I saw this on Facebook and it made me laugh. Back when Kurt Angle was dating
that
Tanisha
him?
Biggers, Raka Khan, he was chilling in the darkness.
Yeah.
Kurt up 1,000 points.
Oh my gosh.
I love him, man.
Dude, he was on. I watched the interview with him on Howard Stern, and he thinks that he's got like a little percentage of black in him.
You said that?
Yeah, I'm dead serious. That's what he said, and he was being dead serious. Yeah,
I believe him though. He does have a very like he. If you saw him,
that's what my wife said. She was
As a
like,
black
she looked
man?
at him and she was like, he does kind of like,
he does have features like a black person.
he's got like
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to go into what the features are. I'm going to get canceled, but just kidding. No, it's nothing like that.
Big old dick.
He's got some.
No.
He's got some DSLs. Let's just say it. He's got DSLs.
Oh god.
But no, he was. I mean, he was being dead serious. He said he does. So
Yeah, I mean, honestly, It would make sense. He's got some soul in him. We've seen him sing. He kills it.
He can sing.
I think he even said on the Howard Stern show that he prefers black women too.
He has,
Yeah. He likes the sisters. I don't blame him, man.
Nothing
Who
wrong
doesn't
with
like a
that.
sister? I'm just saying. Sister. That's all. We were talking about a little bit earlier about the bullies. Did you guys see that they posted this photo? And that there was an interview with Michael B. Jordan where like the girl was interviewing him. He's like, "Didn't you call me corny in high school?" Like they went to a high school.
Oh yeah, I
together.
did see something about that.
And so this is.
I didn't know if that was like real or
no, it was real. That's
legit.
Michael B. Jordan right there, and that's Jonathan Majors, and that's what they looked like before the glow up. And it's like these two leading men in Hollywood used to be at the cafeteria table with Yu-Gi-Oh cards talking about my deck is unbeatable, and that's what they do look like. And to me, it's pretty hilarious because then that's not the right one. Sorry. Then this photo shoot came out, and apparently this was kind of controversial because it was like people were saying it's like, oh, they look gay, and it's like, no, they're just
Well, they don't look
friends.
gay. Yeah.
It popped off in the in the community. People talking about it.
Doesn't that happen though a lot? Like people that were, ugly in high school,
Yeah.
end up, looking better in their later years, and then it's like the people that look good in high school, they end up going.
That's
to shit.
called a peak.
Right, yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
People
it
that
is what
peak
it
in
is.
high school.
Yeah. I know my ex didn't peak. She's looking good, dude. She's looking fine. That's
Oh,
my ex.
damn.
Yeah. Yeah, I know you guys will know.
I like
Oh,
that.
shit.
Oh,
Oh.
pants look good.
I was gonna say, does she have a flashlight?
Good on those pants.
I left something at her place. I don't know. I can go check it out. My dick. I'm just kidding. No, it's been a crazy week though in general. Like that shit happened with the Michael B. Jordan thing, and then of course last night I say 2 nights ago, Kokomo boys basketball.
Going to state, baby. Are you going?
I don't know. My brother went, or my son went, but I have this video as well. If you guys want to see, this was one that popped off where you could kind of see. This is how they traveled to Michigan City, which is like an hour and a half, 2 hours away. Mm-hmm. Crazy.
Damn.
Kokomo showed out, which I'm pretty happy about. That's pretty cool. No, my son went with my grandma and my uncle and went up there and watched both games. And then he came home this morning with the family. But he's been like most of the games. Like he went to the regional.
I want to go to state bad. Thinking about it.
Yeah, state penitentiary maybe. Ayo. Hey, we heard about your Jenna Ortega comments. We need to just sit down right here and talk to you.
He's been
You're
stalking
going to
her.
jail.
No, I think she's just too skinny for me. You know what I mean? I need a thicker. If you're gonna be Latina, at least have Latina proportions. That's all I'm saying.
I know you like Latinas. I know that's not the problem.
A Latina.
I didn't like that first episode.
No.
That CGI
what's that?
monster at the end.
Oh,
yeah, I was like, I'm done.
Yeah, it wasn't
It's
great.
good, man. That
No,
shit
this
was
is
good.
This is
That's
my,
what people
my
keep
style.
telling me. Oh yeah.
Did you guys see this? Sydney Sweeney got bullied for having big tits. Apparently,
Oh,
Said,
really?
I had boobs before other girls.
Who
And I
is
felt
Sydney Sweeney? I don't know. who
You
that
haven't
is.
seen Euphoria?
Oh, that's her. She's
That's
in
the
it?
blonde from Euphoria with the big old them hangers, baby. She got the hangs.
She's bad.
Yeah, but she.
But how old is she though? Can we get a
She's
age
like 24.
confirmation
24,
on that?
25.
Okay.
24, 25. I'll have to ask her. She's still in my basement. Just kidding. No, but like, I thought it was interesting that she was talking about, and a lot of girls had confirmed in the comments, like she said, like when she was going through puberty, she got tits really early, got big boobs, and a lot of girls made fun of her, like, look at old big tits walking through. So I'm just wondering when you guys
fun
were.
for that?
That's what I'm saying. But I remember back when we were younger, like the kids that got armpit hair and like body hair first, they got fucking roasted.
Yeah.
For some reason. I don't know why. And I'm just wondering, did you guys ever get roasted?
Damn if you do, damn if you don't. I got roasted for going through puberty late.
Oh shit.
See, I was like in 8th grade and I didn't have any armpit hair, and there was a guy that I went to school with that had armpit hair. They're like, a lot of them did, and I was like legit jealous. Like,
Yeah,
I was
like,
like,
what the
because
fuck,
I thought like black haired pubes and armpit hair was like where it was at. I mean,
Yeah.
that meant you were a man.
I knew somebody that had a full grown beard in middle school.
Yeah.
In
We had a couple
6th
of
grade.
those.
Yeah.
We had a couple of those.
He looked like a grown man.
I had one really long hair, like one long beard hair, and the girls would get mad at me for not cutting it, and I just kept it because it was funny, and I just had one long hair for some reason. And one day I'm sitting there, and this girl I went to school with named Marla Menton. I don't know if you guys know Marla.
Yeah.
But she came up and just cut that bitch off. I was like, oh, that's assault. That's assault, bitch. I've been working on that one. This whole time I've been working on this. But yeah, she cut. It was. We had a couple of guys that we all used to be like, damn, you're a grown man amongst boys in here. We had a guy named Mike that I went to school with and a guy named Jacob, and both of them were like, they would take off their shirts and they'd have like full hamburger meat. And we're all like, we're in 7th and 8th grade, boys. Chill. Like, chill with the testosterone.
I remember
always
this
wanted
dude in like 7th grade. He was like ripped.
Yeah.
Like he didn't even work out. He was just ripped for no reason, and
Just
like
jacked up.
every day after school, right as soon as we walk out the door, he'd just take his shirt off.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah, just for no reason.
You guys know Levin Cuthbert?
Yeah.
Homie, I love Levin. Love him to death. No shade. But I do remember we were all changing in the locker room in middle school. This isn't anything too bad, but we were all joking about muscles because we're all like skinny muscles. We all have six packs because we're really way too skinny. It's not really like a muscle thing.
It's not like you worked for it.
Yeah, it's like you can just see it because there's not an inch of fat on all of our bodies. And it's like me, Steven On, Levin Cuthbert, Brad Bowen, and then Stefan Fred. I don't know if you guys knew Stefan, but we were just because Levin was like, I got the best six pack out of all of us, but his arms were super scrawny at the time, and we were like, bro, you just need to eat. You don't have a six pack. You can just see it because you haven't done it.
Yeah,
and we were all like, butch guys with muscles, like thinking we're tough, but like all of us were scrawny as fuck. But I just remember him having like super thin, like no muscles on his arms, but he had a six pack. He's like, I got the best six pack in the club.
Yeah.
That's how I always bragged about it because I have to be like, in order to show my six pack, it was never just there.
I'd have to lay down to see mine. Yeah.
Yeah, when you
back.
were younger or now?
No, yeah, both now. Both actually.
You're bulky now. You're
Yeah.
meaty
You can tell.
Two-
You've been working out.
215.
What you benching?
215.
No.
You benching 215.
Oh no, that's not
Hey,
much away.
bitch.
Yeah, steroids.
What's your bench?
Would you ever do steroids?
I've thought about it. Yeah.
Is it legit?
But it's just there's too many side effects that I'd be too worried about. I'm too like health.
So you got married? Are
self-conscious.
you guys trying to have kids?
Yeah, and that's another reason. That
Yeah, I would. That's
couldn't do it,
what.
'cause-
To me, steroids is an after kids thing.
yeah,
Like,
'cause
I feel like that's what
it can
you
like make you not have kids.
Yeah, it can fuck up your entire like libido. It can fuck your libido up, fuck with your sperm count, do a whole number.
There's
on
a
it.
lot of stuff you got to do when you take it too. Like you got to
they
take.
can make you strangle your kids too. Steroids.
roid rage. Actually, you know what? They say roid rage is actually like rare. That's not like.
Yeah.
It's like if you're already naturally like an angry person,
Yeah.
it's like steroids can just make you even more angry. You know, it's just like whatever if you're an emotional person, they can make you really emotional.
Yeah, I took steroids and I was crying for 6 weeks. Did you guys? Speaking of steroids, did you guys see this? Sorry, it's just Vince McMahon. That the WWE is planning to legalize gambling through
Yes.
them. Okay, so
I'm
here's
about to
my
make some
question.
money then.
Here's my question: how do you gamble without any problems and a predetermined outcome? How?
So I read
Somebody's
something.
gonna fuck up.
I read something about it, and they basically said like the wrestlers won't be able to know.
Yeah, the
who's
wrestlers
winning.
won't be able to know.
They won't be able to know until like literally they're about to walk out there.
Yeah, but that's where we get like kind of into the conversation about like insider trading and all that stuff. Like
Yeah.
with like because there's been a big hubbub this year and the last year about like
Plus-
Nancy Pelosi and the stuff that's happening in Washington, where like they're like looking at Nancy Pelosi's husband and they're seeing that this dude he's made more good guesses in the stock market than Warren Buffett. Like he's a savant, and
So
we're like, he's not a
he's doing
savant.
some
He knows
insider
some
trading.
shit. And it's like, how do you not like if you're Vince and you're like, we need to just go, or if you're like somebody higher up, you're like, Triple H, you're like, hey man, go put 50 on Batista, or whoever.
Or if somebody on the inside telling one of their friends,
Yeah,
because they know most of the time they know who's winning like
Oh, yeah.
weeks in advance.
It'll be interesting.
Like they already know who's going to win the title at
yeah,
Mania. You know
well,
what I
yeah,
mean?
it's like over scripted over time.
Yeah.
you want us to have a good story
So
arc.
like if they do
it's
this
fucking up.
gambling thing, they're not going to be able to
right.
to know that. They're not going to be able to discuss like who's winning, next month's pay-per-view.
Yeah, and I think that's the issue.
Right.
And it would just make the writing and stuff way too difficult for them.
Yeah.
They already low key like I know like they gamble on some stuff in Vegas.
Yeah, it's like it's
WrestleMania
certain
matches and
it's
shit,
not like who's winning or who's losing.
but
It's
like
like
certain things.
like in the Rumble, you can bet on like how long so and so is going to be in the stay in there, or how many people so and so is going to eliminate, stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't see any scenario in my head. Like I'm like a Doctor Strange right now, and I'm going through like the 16 million or whatever the fuck, and I'm like trying to think of a scenario where this doesn't eventually become a problem.
Yeah, I don't think it'll happen.
And it might not get passed, so
I
it
don't
might not
think it
even
will.
happen.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be the conversation. Like, I mean, the conversation we're having right now, which is like, how do you stop them from cheating? Like, basically, how do you stop people from cheating? Like, if you're on the inside, and you're like, hey man, I'm gonna win tomorrow. Put 1,000 on this, and the over under is like you're not supposed to. Like, doesn't seem like you're gonna win.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Bet on like Sami Zayn winning the title or something.
Right, things like that.
Put
People
like $5 down, win like $5,000.
Well, and another thing is, it's like there's so many DQ finishes. Like that's gonna get choppy too. Like, oh well, like do they have to win by pinfall, or does the bet move if somebody loses by a count out or something?
There's just no way betting on scripted.
Like, yeah, I think there's no way to bet on the scripted stuff, but also like on top of that, like all those individual things that pop up, it's like, it does seem like a little wild, right? Yeah. I mean, it seems a little wild to do. I mean, I think it's cool. I think it'll be a good aspect. It adds another industry on the industry, which I think is what I like. That's why the NFL and the NBA and all these places are like loving it, especially the NFL. I think more than anybody else, they're loving this shit because they can make so much. Like you can make money on top of money. Yeah. Like I know they had that. I can't remember the name of the guy, but the guy the NFL, I think it was a wide receiver that got a year off for gambling or something. I guess. Pretty insane.
Pete Rose.
Yeah, I was gonna say Pete Rose.
Yeah. Meanwhile, if you beat your wife, you might get a couple games. Like, John Morant got 8. Did you guys see that? John Morant got 8 for the gun thing, which I mean, they said Agent Zero, Gilbert Arenas got 50 when he had a gun. Yeah. But apparently, because they didn't have a photo of Ja with it on team property, even though they know he had it with him the entire time. Like, there's no way he did it. He had it on a plane, which is what's crazy. And that means he had it in the locker room.
I think that's silly. I think you should be able, I should be able to have a gun for self-defense. Yeah. Be able to have it.
I do too, but like higher security. Well, the NBA has strict rules about guns on premises, period, because they dealt with some shit in the 90s that they're like, you're not allowed to have a gun on the team. You're not anything that's a team chartered. Like you can't have it on the plane, can't have it in the arena, can't have it in the locker room.
It was that strip club though.
I know, but what they're saying is he definitely had it.
Plus, some of these guys got CTE, man. So they shouldn't.
Jaws young though, isn't he only like 24, 23?
Yeah, 24. 22. Basketball players really don't get CTE, I don't think.
No, I think it's possible.
Concussions don't run in NBA like they do in football.
Wrestling too.
Yeah, that's a fact. Wrestling seems like it would be one that would be like there would be a lot of them.
Pool too.
I mean, like in wrestling, it's a lot of different things. Like even when you're just landing on the mat, like your head's rattling.
Your head's you're jarring.
Well, one time I was playing softball and I went to catch a ball and there was like a divot I didn't see when I was going back and I flipped, like I tripped over the little hill there that was there, and then I ended up like falling back and my neck snapped back and it hit the ground. Yeah. And that's baseball or softball, you know what I mean? To me, so I'm sure it happens all the time in basketball as well. It's just not as prevalent as like combat sports and like NFL.
NFL where they're ramming each other head to head.
Rugby.
Ramming each other in the locker room. Michael Sam. Just kidding. You guys remember him? First game. Football player. Michael Sam's, baby. I know Michael Sam. I got the jersey, baby. And it's actually the Blue Bar jersey version.
Booty boy. Yeah.
You guys missed Blue Bar and Millennium, man?
I missed Blue Bar. I went to Blue Bar a couple times for drag shows. They were fun.
I bet you did. Bet you fucking did, dude. I could see you.
I remember when it turned into the social.
Yeah, that was the weirdest thing. Is like when I left, like when I was in high school and middle school and stuff, it was like always a gay bar. Yeah. And when I came back, everybody was like, "Yeah, it's the hangout spot."
It was the social by the time I turned 21. Though. Yeah. So yeah.
They're like, now you can now with more semen.
Why don't we have another gay bar? We need another gay bar.
We do need a gay bar. I think it's just like
now it's just
bars are gay enough.
All bars.
Going to bars is gay.
The filling station right there. I told you,
bro. If there was, I wouldn't mind having a gay bar in Kokomo just so every once in a while I can get a compliment. I'd like to get a compliment every once in a while.
You're gonna get your dick sucked.
Yeah, at least you get something going.
Free drinks.
Free.
If you want to go to a gay bar nowadays, just go to Grindr.
That was the thing too. Yeah, it was legit. Like when I went to the Blue Bar, I went with my wife, and the drag show. Like no kidding, I got like 3 drinks paid for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was nice.
You had a very twink quality to you when you were young.
I did. I know.
Without that beard, I know. Without that beard, man, you could definitely
glasses.
You could be a decoy for sure without that beard. You know what I'm saying? You could be like, hey, yeah, just have a seat real quick. I just have to go get. I got to get my towel. I left it in the shower. I always hate those episodes where they're like some young kid like, I just have to laundry. I just got to get my laundry out of there.
How do the guys not see it?
Well, they just caught a guy. PDI, is that the name of it?
Yeah.
PDI just caught a guy from Kokomo,
Oh, really?
and his
Did
wife, his wife was on there like fight, like, well, maybe they shouldn't be messaging him. Like it was like
Oh, God.
like defending
Do
their
we
her
know the
husband.
guy at all?
I don't know him. He is like a balder older guy.
Well, you know that
Older
To
guy.
Catch a Predator, when they first started, they didn't arrest him.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
then
they started
finally-
getting people on there more than once. So then
Yeah.
that's why they started arresting him.
That's why I was happy to be part of season 1. You know, if you're going to be part of it, season 1. I'm just kidding. No, I mean, they didn't have the law enforcement. Like, they honestly, the craziest part about To Catch a Predator is they passed laws to make it easier to do this
Yeah.
in some places where, like, oh, well, all you have to do is, before they didn't have the infrastructure in place for, like, online crimes and trafficking. And then by, like, season 3, they had all this. They would go to places where, like, oh, you passed laws? Like, Florida is very, like, Texas and Florida, they're like, oh, man. But you're also worried about guns there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got all kinds of
about-
shit to worry about.
Oh yeah. You know, I know this because I used to be a doctor. I don't know if you guys saw I was a doctor recently.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys.
Saving lives, baby.
Yeah, I actually have a little clip I was gonna show you guys. If you guys want to see, some.
He was doing a lot of.
I have some behind the scenes. I don't know what the fuck I did
wanna
with it.
see it.
Where is it at? It's not in here, is it? Did I not put it in here? Fuck me. All right, I'm not saying it.
checking buttholes.
You didn't put it in there?
I thought I did. I'm so blind. Let me go into my library. I know it's on here somewhere. Oh, right here. Here it is. I'll pull it up. Kind of see a little. This is Derek Flagger, Blacks behind the scenes of me filming the jab. Day 2, filming the jab. There's me as a doctor. If you have an erection that lasts longer than 5 hours, please contact her. That's basically what I feel like I looked like the entire time.
That doctor's
That's
done
awesome.
the most
Yeah.
prostate exams that anybody's ever done.
Yeah.
Unsolicited too. They didn't even.
For
you don't have
some
to pay.
reason.
You don't have to pay.
He advertises it for some reason.
You don't have to pay at all. Yeah, I don't know. I thought I had it on here, but apparently it was on the other section. But yeah, I mean, it was really fun. I actually had a really good time filming with him yesterday with Black and Brian Foster of Actually I'm Wearing His Hat. We Are Media. We are
Brian's a good dude.
Foster. We are Foster.
I like
How
Black.
long's the film going to be?
It's actually a TV show. It started off as a film, and then they rewrote it as a TV show. So they
Oh, it's a TV show now.
yeah. It's a I might have a reoccurring role now.
Nice.
I might be on Netflix. That's the crazy thing is I might be on Netflix.
That's nuts, yeah.
Yeah, I know a lot of
Makes
people
sense.
were excited about, Dedicini Alfredo, which you can still purchase Dedicini Alfredo DVD. if you want.
Hilarious movie.
How'd you feel about it? Honestly, like you got to see the
Honestly,
whole
I
thing.
thought it was fucking hilarious. I died laughing. Like it was good. You killed it.
Thank
As
you.
pizza or as
Mike's
what-
Pizza.
Yeah. Pizza Mike.
Italian Mike.
Italian Mike. Adam Crow. Everybody played their part. Jeremy.
Yeah, go off on Adam because you kind of said something. to me
Adam
about
did.
that,
Adam
right?
was amazing. I
Adam
had
was
no clue
great.
he had any acting skills whatsoever. But then I sit back and think about it. I'm like, well, his brother's Maddie. So
Yeah.
there's talent in the family. Like
Yeah.
that family's.
Yeah,
But yeah.
that to me was the biggest surprise of filming the whole thing. Was like we were gonna do like a 5-minute video, like just a YouTube video, and then we ended up expanding it to being like a half-hour long short film with actual story arcs. And there's actually you can see if you watch it, if you were able to watch it over. I know you've only seen it at the premiere,
One time.
but like there's through lines throughout of it that if you watch it, you're like, oh shit, I didn't even notice that. Like the concept, like the dryers, the hair dryers. That's the first scene in the movie from the modern day scene. Is like they're talking like, why do you have 3 hair dryers? And at the end, that ends up being what takes down the big bad.
The thing.
And when they walk in, if you get the DVD and you watch it, and when they walk in, they're carrying in like boxes because they're moving into the house. On one of the boxes says MacGuffin, which is like the what a MacGuffin is.
The
McLovin.
what is MacGuffin?
No, a MacGuffin's like a gun is a MacGuffin in a movie, like the Infinity Stones is a MacGuffin, something you need
okay.
in order to get to
Yeah.
your task, or like
Okay.
something that like you like kind of show early on in the story, and then it becomes important. At
That's
the end.
deep.
No.
I didn't even know. Yeah.
I know. So I was like, there's a whole bunch of weird things we did in the movie that if you watch it one time, you probably have no idea, but if you watch it a few times, I feel like people are gonna peel back the layers of this, pasta show and just see.
See,
all
that's
this.
cool. I like when movies and shows do stuff like that. Like throw in
There's
little
possibly,
things that, like, you don't catch at first.
Could be a sequel, maybe.
Yeah, we talked about doing like the I don't know what we're doing yet, so this is all speculation. But one of the concepts we've come up with was like doing like Wes Craven's New Nightmare, where like it's like the actor, like we're playing ourselves. We're not actually dead. We're just the actors that were in the film, and we're recreating. And then there's the actual people that we were playing, and they're in it too. So we're gonna double the cast basically, and like do this whole thing. And so like it's gonna be like behind the scenes, like, and then what happens is it's gonna turn from a horror comedy, like where there's like a monster, to like somebody in the group, it's a slasher. Somebody's killing all of us. Like the real people. What's going? And like I think it's going to be a great concept. Maddie has a really good idea behind it, and we have a pretty funny like twist in it that I can't really give away because it would ruin the movie.
No, give it away. Go ahead.
A fun twist. Okay, so what it is, it's all black people's fault. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Yeah, we're all anti-trans. I'm just kidding. No. So get canceled for every movie ever. No. Honestly, the twist in it's really funny. If we end up making it work, because we also have. And then we have Fernando coming out soon, too, which is going to be exciting.
That's Kibbles, right?
Yeah, Kibbles wrote that. It's really good, and it's based on something that actually happened to him. So it's insane. And it's going to be a drama. It's not going to be comedy.
Oh, it's a drama?
It's a drama. Like, it's going to be a street level. I'm excited because we're going to do some like, really, we have some really good, Maddie and I have been talking about shots because we're like, let's make this look good as fuck. Like, it's going to be dope.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And we're going to need a lot of kids. So if you go back to your watchdog days.
That's Brian.
I got a kid farm.
Trying to get Jenna Ortega.
Brian's not allowed to be around kids. So.
Brian's like, well, I can't PA for this one. No, it's funny. I was going through this. I thought this was pretty interesting. Did you guys see the fully automated McDonald's?
So weird.
Insane, right? So there's nobody working there. You have
There's got to be one person
Where's
that's
that
like...
I guess they just unveiled it. What did they say? Denver.
Denver, yeah.
Yeah, they just unveiled it. But if you look right here, like even like when they're handing out the drive-through, it's only drive-through and or like obviously you can't go in and eat or nothing.
That's scary, man.
Take away and drive.
There's got to be one person in there that's like a troubleshooter.
I told Shelby, I was like, there's just one Mexican guy back there named Juan, and he's just like, have a yo way. We're like, that's Burger King Juan. Stop. He's in there just doing it all by himself. Like, fuck, I gotta.
Humans are going to be useless.
I think we are. Before too long, we're gonna. Our only goal is we're gonna be. It's all art. It's gonna be all art based. I'm excited.
Machines.
AI is
Terminator.
nuts,
yeah. Yeah. Speaking of, like, look at this shit. This is crazy. This is a badass. You did this video,
Yeah.
right? You cut all this together.
Yep.
Badass.
Got Ricky Morton in there.
Look at that hair. Oh my god.
Dude, yeah, when I met Ricky Morton, that was pretty... there was a picture of me and Animal.
Hell yeah. Oh shit. So what's your favorite thing that's happened since you've been doing this? Like, what's something that you're like, oh, I want, when you started off, you're like, I want to wrestle. This is gonna be great. I love that. This is something I have a passion about. What thing happened to you that you're like, I can't believe this fucking happened?
Man, you know what's crazy? It was actually a night that I didn't even like wrestle.
Oh yeah.
It was right after I tore my ACL. It was here in Kokomo at the Jackrabbits. They were doing a WWE night.
Yeah.
And Nathan.
Who they have Gangrel?
that night they had Austin Aries and Kevin Thorne.
Yeah.
But Nathan called me and was like joking around. He was like, "Hey, I got somebody here who wants to kick your ass." And I was like, "Who is it, dude?" And he was like, "Austin Aries." And he was like, "Come up here, dude, and I'll introduce you to him." And I wasn't even gonna go because this was like right after I tore my ACL, so like I didn't feel like walking or anything, But so I ended up going, and it was weird because when we were walking in, it was crowded. The bar area outside there.
Yeah.
And, well, Austin Aries was sitting over there, like just at the bar, and he looked at me, and I don't know if I caught his attention or what, but like he got up and like started walking over towards me and Nathan. And then Nathan introduced me and was like, "Hey, he wrestles too." And I had the thing on my leg. And Nathan was like, he actually hurt himself wrestling the other night. And then like I just sat and hung out with
Just shot the shit.
You guys drink beer, didn't you?
Well, he was drinking like cocktails because he was like on some kind of diet. But yeah, I was drinking. We were just getting drunk, and he was hitting his little vape pen, and like we were just talking wrestling.
That's badass.
You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like a fan talking to him. It was just like a couple of guys that wrestle. Yeah, he was cool.
Felt peer, like you were hanging out with a peer.
Yeah,
talking wrestling.
That's awesome. It was just like really. He had the TNA title with him and everything.
Oh
dude.
shit!
It was just cool, like hearing his stories about WWE and.
That's fun.
Yeah,
that's awesome. That's kind of like those things are like almost more important than like, oh, I met this guy in passing. You know what I mean? You have to actually hang out and like talk, and it just felt like natural, not like forced.
And it was cool. I mean, I wasn't wrestling or anything. It was just a cool experience. Just
they
had Carlito there one year too.
Yeah, like a few years before.
Am I wrong? Do they have Gangrel there? Am I crazy?
I don't think so.
I don't.
they
Yeah,
had
I don't
Gangrel.
Girl
know.
was over there.
I don't know where
Who the fuck was there then?
Carlito. They had
Who
Carlito
else was
one
there?
year.
Do they have somebody from the Brood? Like somebody from like the
Kevin Thorne. He wasn't in the Brood, but he kind
But
of.
he kind
Yeah,
of
the
that
Ministry
gimmick.
of Darkness. They had somebody from.
He
the
was
Ministry of
something like that.
he
What's that?
feuded with Undertaker.
Yeah, that might be it.
But he was there the night that Austin Aries. I met him too, but he was kind of just like out walking around, just hanging out with, like talking to different people.
Gangrel's one of those guys that has come to Indiana, though, right? We've seen him do.
Yeah,
a couple
he's going to
of
be at the
promos.
Squared Circle Expo here in
Yeah,
a few weeks. I'll be there.
he's gonna have his goblet.
A bunch
with him.
of people are going to be there.
It's going to be huge. MJF. I got to meet
What's
him.
the other guy that was through? The guy that used to wear purple, Vic. He was in the.
Grimace? Talking about Grimace, you fucking idiot.
No, it starts with a V, like Vicar.
He wore purple.
He had the mohawk. The
Oh,
blonde-
Viscera.
Viscera.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was part of the Ministry of Darkness, right? Am I right?
Yeah, I think he
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of like that was the craziest part of WWF to me was that whole Ministry of Darkness, and then like it's me, Austin.
Oh, yeah.
It was
It's
me
me
all
all along. That whole thing was like, I remember when it became what it was. I didn't expect it to be him. Did you guys think it was going to be Vince?
But that was before I really started watching
Okay.
it, so I didn't
What
really
about you?
like follow the.
I mean, at the time, like after it happened, not right when it, but after it happened at all, I connected the dots and it made sense.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Dude, I'll tell you what night fucked me up real bad was when Stone Cold joined Vince McMahon.
What?
that hurt.
What? That was the weirdest shit. That's the one thing.
Dude, I couldn't sleep that night.
It was hard, right?
I was like,
That whole thing was because like Shane wasn't that like a 3-way match? Is that the night that it happened with the Rock?
no, he was facing The Rock.
And who was it Mick? Who was wasn't there a weird
Special ref.
They had a
No,
couple
I don't-
special.
I don't
refs.
think they even had a special ref
No?
in that match. Yeah, it just Vince McMahon came out like at the end of it, and
Okay.
Remember it.
then
I just
Stone
remember
Cold
him
joined
when he turned, and I remember there was a 3-way match at one point where it was like Linda was on one corner.
Oh yeah,
That was a fatal 4-way.
yeah, that was the
that
year
was the
before.
one.
Yeah,
That was
Shane
insane.
was with Big
Vince
Show. Linda was
Yeah.
with Mick Foley.
Yeah.
Shane
Vince was with Rock.
Stephanie was. Vince, yeah. Stephanie was with
Triple H, of course.
That was an insane one too.
Yeah, but then Vince turned on The Rock, but it's like
Yeah.
who didn't see that?
Yeah, that was pretty obvious. It was me, Austin. I'll never forget when Kurt Angle came out with the milk truck. That was one of the best things ever.
Oh, dude.
That's every time Kurt Angle didn't miss, dude. I swear that dude never missed. He was the funniest shit
hilarious.
ever.
Dude, he was like, he could be goofy funny or he could be a complete badass.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, he even if you're like this guy's a fucking clown, he still has an Olympic gold medal for wrestling on a
he could still
broken
wrap
neck.
The
you up
broken
in a,
freaking neck.
That's insane,
yeah,
dude.
he could still wrap you up in a pretzel.
He's probably one of the, I mean, from our era when we grew up and we were younger and we were into it, he's probably one of the most beloved wrestlers, like by the community, not just by wrestlers or people that like casually watch. I mean, like people that love wrestling loved Kurt Angle. He was my favorite wrestler.
Yeah,
He's
he
got a
was-
whole subculture because of
Percocets,
yeah, Perk Angle. Like there's like a huge like Facebook group that honors.
I'm
him.
even part of that group.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah.
I love Perk Angle.
Perk Angle.
When you pop a perky and they always talk about it all the time.
Dude, I can't believe he went down that path at one point.
Well, I mean, all them surgery, like I don't think
neck
he would have
surgeries?
done it had he had not been in so much pain. But like he had all those problems.
No, yeah, it started. He needed, the pain
Right.
medic, and then he just got too carried away with it. Like
I think that's how a lot of people started, right? Like that's really how most people got into it.
That's how it starts for a lot of people. Like,
Starts with a neck pain and it ends in the gutter with heroin and fentanyl. Like it fucking sucks. That's why we have our Narcan there, just in case one of us goes overboard. We
Trusty
always
Narcan.
keep our trusty Narcan with us. It's the only way we can make it work. Did you guys see they're getting ready to release season 3 of the greatest show of all time?
What?
I Think You Should Leave.
You never seen it?
Have you ever watched I Think You Should Leave?
I really think you should.
You would love it if you
I
watched
don't
it.
think so.
You'd fucking
I just
love
get
it.
told that a lot.
Chris.
It's
Yeah.
really. I think you should. Every time I try to explain this show to people, I'm always like, listen, don't watch one episode. Like, watch a few of them before you give up on it because it's insane.
Really?
There's some movie coming out that has like all the characters from I Think You Should Leave in it, and it's like a murder mystery. Did you see that? It's on Netflix.
No, is it out already?
I think so. It's got like
Zach Kanan and
the dude from Detroiters that worked with him. What's his name?
black guy.
Yeah.
Zach Kanan.
Yeah,
I think.
they have him. They have Which he just did the voice of Shaggy on that Velma series, which was well, I just named not Shaggy on there. It's something else now.
I heard that was trash.
Jordan liked it, and what's one of the things where I was like, if Jordan was here today, I want to call him out on that. I want to ask him why he liked that so much. I haven't had him on the podcast since he's done so many episodes of the Weekly Plug, and I edit them. Which shout out to the Weekly Plug. If you guys haven't checked it out, check out the Weekly Plug. It's a really fun fucking show. This is yeah, check them out. It's Scrap Lotto and Hypocrisy Jones together. They do a really, really funny show. This is the most recent episode. They did some hot takes, and one of them was the Chris Rock thing that we kind of talked about a little bit before all this. But yeah,
Scrap owes me a match with him.
Oh yeah, you gonna wrestle him?
Yeah,
Whoop his ass.
I've been seeing him at the gym too, so I know he's training.
He's been working out. Yeah, he looks good.
Bulking up.
He's trying to work up the strength to face me.
I would love to see that. I mean,
He does. He's been doing push-ups.
That's funny. That's actually really funny, Brian. You're so funny, man.
Push-ups.
No, it actually is funny.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're really funny, Brian. I don't know if you've been to China lately, but apparently if you go there and you're fat, they will just call you fat.
That's it. They just go up to you and call you fat.
Yeah, this girl said if people in China thought it was okay to call me fat to my face. Oh, you ate too much. You need to quit. That's all I could think of the whole time. It's like,
Maybe she just got back from America.
so it's more socially accepted and maybe even expected to comment on a person's appearance. I'm like, yeah, it's almost as if like America's not that bad.
Isn't America the most obese country? in the
Oh yeah,
world?
by far. Yeah, by far. I don't. Well, I mean, maybe Samoans. Samoans are big
Yeah,
boys.
that's true.
Big.
The Rock.
But I think they're like naturally big. I don't think that
Yeah.
gets because like they, eat McDonald's every day.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I mean, they did have a diet consisting of a lot of fruits, though. So it's like a very carbohydrate heavy. But then there's
A lot of
fiber.
bananas.
A lot of bananas. Bananas and coconuts. It's put the lime in the coconut. And then I saw this picture. And I thought this was, I don't know why I even put this on here, but there's some. Ed Sheeran is like, everybody's always like, what the, why is Ed Sheeran always so cool with every rapper? It's like, he must be the best hang ever.
Well, you honestly know why, though, right?
Yeah.
He produces.
Yeah, he does a lot of songs for people. But in general, like, everybody loves him. It's not, like, you can produce stuff and not be, like, loved,
Make
beloved.
people a lot of money.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Ginger.
DJ Khaled.
Well, our homie, I got a homie here. You know Ian Schick? You know the homie
Yeah.
Ian Schick? He's working right now. He's in L.A. working in a studio with a very, 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 very successful producer.
Oh, really?
You guys ever heard of Max Martin?
Oh.
You ever heard of the Backstreet Boys?
Yeah.
You ever heard of NSYNC? You ever? he did like he's one of those Swedish guys that did all those hits that were like I Want It That Way, and he did like Britney Spears songs. He
He's
did like
working
Baby
with
One More
that.
Time. He wrote Baby One More Time. But then more recently, like when I talked to him, he like literally just worked on the new Weeknd album. Like he's a hit maker. He's a hit. He's like he produces so many hits, but he's like a behind the scenes guy.
Does he
That's
still
it.
have connections with like people like Britney and stuff?
Oh yeah, he literally like while he's there, like Ian can't talk about too much because he has like an NDA. But some of the stuff that like he's told me like off the record, I'm like, what? He's like, yeah. He's like, I've like this is off the record, Max. Don't fire him. But he's like, I played Harry Styles guitar today, like shit like that.
Oh,
like,
really?
like cool shit like that.
That's
And
dope.
Gavin DeGraw, like he had a bunch of stuff on Snap. I don't know if he was supposed to, but Gavin DeGraw just came in and was playing piano, and they had like a whole group of people, and they were just singing and hanging out.
Oh, nice.
Which I mean, I guess it's One Tree Hill style, but you know.
Can he tell you if Britney's still alive?
He said he told me unequivocally no, that she's been replaced by a robot. We all know this. Like this is clear.
Have you
This is
seen those
clear.
conspiracies out
Oh,
there
dude,
about her?
her. It's so many people, right? And there are other
Dude.
people. They're like,
He
yeah.
He also told you about he was with Aaron Carter the night he died. He's in the bathtub with him.
he was washing his back for
He
him.
was washing his back.
He was like, and that's how I wash his back.
That's how I beat Shaq.
I'm a child. I got my Dedicini Alfredo merch on though. I don't know if people can see that. If you guys want a Dedicini Alfredo merch shirt, we have them online. That's at shopouthouse.com. So it was my Shopify.outhouse.com, but now it's Shop Outhouse or Outhouse Shop. Shop Outhouse. Fucking Outhouse Shop. Shop Outhouse. Yeah, we've got so much going on though. Like honestly, we've got a new show coming out. Am I allowed to let people know about this guy?
Oh yeah.
Here we go. We've got the belated comedy bash. That belated
April 29th is gonna be lit.
Yeah, I want to. I'll be in Mexico.
Oh my god.
You won't be there?
Yeah.
Motherfucker. Cancel. This is more important. Mexico.
Let me tell
like,
my
if
wife I'm not going to Mexico.
He's like, I'm going to Mexico for 420.
Show. Yeah.
I'm going to Mexico for 420. Yeah, I'm going to go to your show. He's like, I'd much rather smoke weed in Mexico.
No, you got Jake Rubel.
Yeah, talk a little bit about this.
Jake Rubel's hilarious. He literally is in Jay Muse, which is Jay from Jay and Silent Bob. He's in his rider, so he's constantly on tour with him. He's also like really funny on TikTok. He has some viral videos.
Hell yeah.
Then we got the really funny Lisa Sears. She's hilarious. She's from Indy. I've known her for a while. She's cool. Brian Smiley's a really funny guy. Then you got this hack, Jordan Granger, that's going to be there, just shit comedian.
Just to waste people's fucking time.
I just keep him around because he's a yes man. I like that. So
Stealing everybody's jokes.
Yeah, stealing everyone's jokes.
Nah, it's just Google, baby.
It's just Google. It's just water under the fridge.
It's just water under the fridge.
And then you got myself on there. It's going to be a good time, though.
I'm excited. I'm excited for the show. I'm excited to see what appears to be a hippie. And then a guy with a mustache, and then the craziest LGBT woman you'll ever meet in your life. Which she's the shit, right? Like, I've seen her post about it. She commented on it. Yeah, she seems pretty awesome. I don't know why she needs so many S's in Lisa, but
she's hilarious.
I'm always giving people shit for the way they spell their names, even though their parents gave it to them. I'm always fucking, it's like Courtney.
She kills it.
She looks really funny. I like that. She's got. You said she won a mullet contest.
Yeah, and she won the state mullet contest.
The state,
the whole state of Indiana.
Seems rigged to me. Seems rigged. Just kidding. No, she got an amazing mullet, and it's pink. I love this picture was like the perfect picture to use because like it's like the whole background of the post is like weed related, and she's like there's like a no weed sign in the background.
Yeah,
you see it.
That's why I picked it. There is an outdated post though because tickets are $10. We had to meet demand.
Oh, I used the $5 one. My bad.
No, you're good.
I'm so sorry.
People. Well, I don't want people to be like, "Oh, you're hosing us," but
yeah, we had to move the ticket. If you're wondering why it's not $5 and now it's $10, it's because we need more of your money. Oh, I'm just kidding. No, it's because we actually had to we want to make the experience better, but with less people. So like, if you guys went to the last show, we had like 100 people in the building, and people were just like on top of each other. It was crazy, sweaty as fuck.
We're not allowed to have that anymore, anyways. No. There's got to be lesser people. So
yeah, fucking the
we were there.
The fire marshal and the rest of the fucking Paw Patrol came in, and we're like, we gotta fucking make it 45.
That's why.
Yeah, and it was bad. We're doing it for charity, right? And there's no, that's a different thing we're doing for charity.
Yeah, well, it's in the pipe.
We got
what we're talking about.
I was thinking about maybe doing like a golf outing for charity. I saw this shirt from 1982, and I was like, this might be. It's so funny, like something like this from like 1982. Like they were actually trying to do something nice, and now the shirt's just the worst thing ever.
That's legit.
That's a legit shirt.
Legit. Oh,
June 6, 1982. Swing for the Yeah.
Well, it's the thought that counts, though, right?
Yeah. It's the thought.
But it wasn't looked down. I'm sure there was nobody bitching about it back then.
Yeah.
Like,
at the time, they're like,
everybody was probably wearing them.
They're probably like, bless your heart. Thank you for helping those poor readers. How about you guys? Sorry, I didn't mean to get out of that. Have you guys had any time? Have you guys made your characters yet? You guys playing?
No, I'm still playing 2K22, but I'm gonna get this soon. Brian
was like, "Hey, I've already put enough money in a 2K22. I'm not."
Yeah, I mean, like my creative guy, like he's going through like my universe, and I happen to start all over. So.
I know.
Dude, I haven't played any games since WWF No Mercy.
Yeah,
it's been that long.
No Mercy.
I mean, that was like the last one I played like religiously.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
I mean, I think I got into SmackDown versus Raw 2008.
Yeah.
At one point for like a little bit, but then that's it. I haven't really played them since.
That's insane.
I've seen like the videos and I like to like check them out, like how the graphics are and stuff, but I just don't play them.
That's not bad. I mean, the funny thing is that between Scrap and Jordan, I know they're going to play enough of it for all of us.
Yeah.
They've been talking about it a lot.
They've been playing it nonstop. I think Jordan just got his.
Yeah. I know he's definitely playing it. Yeah. This is me knowing that I don't get to play. You know, I'm going to go ahead into the hater building and think about it right now. So I don't want a bit of the hater.
Working on site today, the hater.
Working on site today. I thought that was funny. Every time I find like a funny photo, I'm like, I got to throw it on here for a reaction because I'm a child. What's this one? I don't even know what this is. Oh, did you guys hear about this? Another person that was definitely Lindsay Lohan's pregnant. She announced she was definitely replaced. I know that. She's one of those that's been replaced by by an android.
Cyborg.
She still actually looks pretty hot. I'm not gonna lie,
real hot.
dude. I was not expecting her to look this good after all that time. I saw this picture and I'm like, either this was photoshopped or she's just looking really fucking good.
She's always been hot.
Oh yeah. You guys remember the crotch shot era? You guys remember back in the day when like you'd go online and you'd be like, oh my god, and every like pop up was like, see an upskirt of Lindsay Lohan, and you're like, what the fuck?
I'll never forget that one of Fergie when she like peed her pants.
You
remember that?
Oh yeah. Didn't bother
On
me
stage?
none.
On stage?
Yeah, it was on stage.
I was like, Fergalicious deaf.
I never looked at her the same after that.
Oh god, she actually probably wore that shirt to swing for that. Let's get retarded. I remember that's what the original.
Yeah, that was the original lyrics.
Original lyrics. Yeah, let's get it. That's so fucking crazy.
I had to scrub that and change
like,
it.
listen, we're just gonna change it to let's get it started. Like, what is it? What is it?
Yeah.
Let's get retarded.
It could be worse. You could have.
There's a lot of songs that used to say that, though, didn't they? Wasn't that a thing to say, like when you get drunk?
Yeah, I'm about to get retarded. Yeah. People used to say that all the time. And then I saw this too, and I thought this was pretty crazy. Spike Cohen went in. He said even their dogs get qualified immunity. JSO K9 will return to service after escaping biting 3 people in Jacksonville neighborhood. So that's that's your dog. They've already shot it.
Yeah.
Your dog barks. What'd you say? You want to get shot?
Dogs that qualified immunity.
Even their dogs. I love Spike. He's been a part of our page actually.
Yeah.
He's posted a lot.
Comment. Yep.
And then I saw this was posted about this actually was posted today. Joe Biden posted it's time for Congress to ban assault weapons and high capacity magazines. There's a possible recreational justification for having a 100-round magazine. And then this was Spike Cohen said there's got to be at least 100 reasons just in this photo. And it's the KKK. So he's like, and if you guys know Spike, anything about Spike, man, he's married to a black woman. So
Is he?
Yeah. Has been for a long time. I think her name is Natasha. But yeah, very beautiful couple. He's it's not that you see it a lot, redheaded guys with black women. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I got a homie named Derek that, he likes sisters.
Yeah, I know Derek.
Derek Russell, shout out, baby. Love you. He loves sisters too. There's a thing about anti-pigment wanting to get some pigment, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody's Blake Griffin.
They lust for it. It's like they need it.
It's like every kid nowadays looks like Blake Griffin, so little redhead black boys walking around. Anytime you're a redheaded black boy and you shoot a basketball, it's like, oh, that's Blake Griffin right there.
There he is.
There's Blake Griffin. He think he's Steph Curry. He think he's Steph Curry. What do you got planned? Anything going on? You got any shows coming up?
No, not right now. I'm just kind of taking it slow right now. I'm not really trying to jump right back into doing it,
Yeah.
every weekend. When I broke my arm, I was doing it pretty heavily.
Yeah.
I was going. I had a match that I was supposed to do the very next night. So
Screwed over us.
yeah, I know. So I'm not really trying to beat myself up. I'm just picking and choosing where I'm going now. And
Smart.
If it's worth going and beating myself up, then I'll do it. But I'm not just going for, any show.
Yeah.
Because I don't need it. Like, it's just a side gig for me, what I mean?
Right.
Like, I don't need it to pay my bills.
He's got an actual job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bragging. I got put on a list, I guess,
I'm
today.
just shit. Comedy shows. That's all I do.
That's the only way I make money.
I know a lot of guys that they do it, and, this is all they do. And it's like they don't have something to fall back on if they get hurt.
There's no way that they make a decent living.
Struggling, yeah. And they're some of these guys are doing it with no health insurance, and
Boo.
I'm just like, man, there's no way. They wouldn't have
it's a
even
lot.
operated on me if I didn't have, health insurance.
America.
That's America.
Yeah.
That is how it is, though. I mean,
Unless you got some kind of down payment or a lot of money to throw down.
Collateral.
Yeah.
do they make you sign any, behind the scenes stuff, do they make you sign waivers at every show you do? Like, do you have to, for every organization?
Not every show, no.
No. You just have to make sure you get hurt at the one where you don't sign a waiver. I'm suing this YMCA.
Exactly.
I'm suing this church.
I don't think I
gym.
would have a case because that was my fault. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
not like it was like somebody being unsafe or something like that. It was
The ring wasn't rigged.
I just felt wrong.
Riggedy.
And I know exactly what happened too. I know exactly why I did it. It's because I do 2 different drop kicks, and I do one where it's like the missile drop kick where I just go forward and then I just take the back bump and then I do one where I twist my body and land on my stomach. So for like a split second right before I jumped, I couldn't decide which one I wanted to do. So I did like a combination of both, and then and then plus like I don't really do drop kicks anymore because like ever since I've gotten bigger, that was like something I used to do when I was like a baby face.
Yeah.
I was smaller and I was
didn't know muscle.
Yeah, and I was a little bit flashier, but like now, you know, I don't really do drop kicks. So like that on top of being 250 pounds or 15 pounds now. Dude, and then just coming right down on it.
Look at the flick of the wrist. Oh, look at the flick of the wrist.
And it just snapped.
Just snapped right there.
It was a nasty break.
I mean, the best case though, the best thing about this is it did happen while they were filming. At least you get to go back and like kind of do like a post-mortem and be like, what did I do wrong? Now you know, like you knew in the moment a little bit, but actually once that pain hits, you probably forgot. It probably took you a minute. Yeah. But being able to watch it back, you're like, oh yeah, I remember what I was thinking at the time.
Plus, it's cool to show everybody, you know. Like when I went to the doctor, he thought it was like the coolest story ever. He was like, I've had a lot of people in here for broken bones, but not from something like that.
Want to just pause it and be like, when you're in the air and right before you hit the ground, it's like, did I leave my oven on? Bam!
Bam.
Boom! Bam,
Shattered wrist. And I actually dislocated my elbow too, but like all the focus was on my broken bone that I never really like paid attention to the way my elbow was.
Good God.
Sheesh.
Yeah, it was nasty. At the doctor, there was, after I told him the story, some like nurse came in there and was like, doctor just told me how you broke your arm. She was like, I just think that's the coolest thing ever. She was like, so you're a real life pro wrestler, huh?
She was like, can I have your number? And he was like, let me figure out if my girl's gonna stay with me after this or not.
I've got engagement photos coming up.
I've got engagement photos that we've had planned for months, and now I can't do them without a wrist. But the best part about breaking your wrist, I think the best part is that you're like, babe, I can't be on top. I can't support my weight. You're gonna have to do all the work.
Do all the work, babe. And I can't jerk off right now either. So you gotta help me.
Listen, this is why I agreed to be with you forever for these moments.
Did you ever try jerking off with your broken wrist?
No,
that might feel like a stranger. Like
no, my doctor told me not to lift anything heavy. So
oh shit. He said no anaconda work.
No, but like right after the surgery, they gave me that nerve block.
Yeah.
So I couldn't feel I couldn't move my arm or anything. It was in a sling, and like I would like bend over and it would just flop out, and I would have to like pick it back up with my other arm and like put it in there. Dude, it sucked. I was like, I'd rather just like feel the pain than for my arm to feel nothing at all.
Well, you couldn't feel your arm, but is there a possibility that maybe you could have like done one of these guys? I'm like, you got pretty big biceps. You could just like jerk off. Yeah, I think that's what that pose originated from. It was like jerk off.
The python,
the
headlock. Put it in a sleeper hold.
Put your dick in a sleeper hold right now.
I wanted to bring up real quick.
Yeah.
I don't think that you but I'm gonna butcher his name, but Flory.
Yeah, I have it right here actually. I literally just posted it before you.
Where's he going?
We don't know where he's going yet, but he did win. You want to?
Flory, he won Player of the Year. Gatorade Player of the Year. 2022
Gatorade Indiana Boys Basketball Player of the Year.
Man.
Could you imagine?
Congrats, Flory. He's only a junior and he's only been playing for 2 years. He also just got 1,000 points. Which is pretty crazy.
1,000 career points as a junior.
As a junior, yeah.
He's going to be in the NBA.
Dude,
is that a safe
unless
bet?
Something scary happens. I mean, Greg Oden was. I mean, he was technically in the NBA, but also, I watched Greg Oden play when they played Kokomo. I went down and watched the game in high school, and he was a beast back then.
He was great, wasn't he?
But injuries. You can't. Like, we're talking a lot about injuries today, and that's something you can't control. I mean, you try to.
I know.
I mean,
ACL tears run pretty rampant in NBA.
Yeah.
Or basketball.
And you've been there.
Yeah.
So you're like, that fucking sucks.
You can come back from that if you get it, taken care of correctly.
Yeah. I mean, nowadays the technology is way different. Like, I mean, my ACL surgery, in the 70s, you're done.
Oh yeah, back then they used to have to completely open your whole entire knee up to. Now that I just got like a little incision there, and I took a little piece of my quad and put it out, and I was out in like 3 hours.
Got a ACL cesarean section. Cesarean. That was the joke. I don't remember who it was, but somebody made a joke that was like wondering why I saw my mom naked when I was a kid. Why didn't I never notice? Like the first time I saw a woman naked, I wondered where their cesarean scar was. Because I always saw my mom naked.
That's fucked up.
I think it was Bert Kreischer. He has a new special out called Razzle Dazzle. Horrible at the beginning, but it gets really good.
Really?
It gets
It
really
gets
good.
He's pretty funny.
He's funny. He's annoying.
Yeah, I like his like when he's like on podcasts. I think he's more funny. Like
He's hilarious.
when he's on stuff
Theo
like that.
Vaughn,
like,
too.
Theo too.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of really funny comedians. I know you're a huge comic fan.
Oh
right?
yeah,
So-
yeah. I love going.
Who's
to
your
comedy
favorite
shows.
comedian that nobody would know, but that's not like huge. Like we know like certain comedians are
I don't know
huge.
if Tom Segura is he pretty big?
I think he is in the comedy community, but I don't think in the outside of the comedy community.
He's probably one of them. He's up there. I've
He's
been
good.
watching a lot of Tom
He's really
Segura
funny.
stuff.
Yeah.
And then, dude, I remember I went to a Kevin Hart show, and the guys like before him, the lesser known guys,
Yeah.
I thought were funnier than he was.
Yeah.
Like that, I was.
They're hungry.
cracking up. Yeah. And then I've been, the Crackers and Indy.
Oh,
There was a guy there.
Crackers,
I forget
ooh.
what his name was, but he was hilarious too. And then I remember when Barstool came to Kokomo.
yeah.
Did you go to that?
No.
It was like
Barstool?
years ago. Yeah, some of the guys from Barstool came.
Were
to
they good?
Yeah.
Todd. I can't remember his name. I remember you going though.
Yeah,
You liked him.
yeah. That was pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, I saw the most recent comedian I think I saw that wasn't like local or picked people we know. I went and saw Dave Attell up in Fort Wayne,
No, really.
which that was really great. Dave Attell's hilarious.
Dave Attell's
Dude. You
awesome.
can't really go wrong with Dave Attell. But like smaller comedians right now, like there's a couple of people that have been killing it lately. Mark Norman, has been getting a big following. Shane Gillis is fucking hilarious. I think he's the funniest, one of the funniest
So
guys on the
funny.
planet. But yeah, I watched the new Chris Rock special, Selective Outrage. I really thought that was funny, honestly. Even though I know most people only came for the Will Smith and Jada jokes.
I just
but-
watched the Will Smith. part.
Yeah,
How
we
was
talked
that?
a little bit about it already. I'm not trying to call you out, but a lot of people are like, that's one of the big talking points of after the special was people being like, well, everybody was just waiting for him to talk about Will and Jada, but he actually he did a couple of jokes throughout where he was like, and I don't need any more rappers mad at me. Like he
Yeah.
did that a couple times, and then he finally got into it at the end. So he set it up really well.
Do you think Will Smith was justified for what he did?
See, in my opinion, no, at all. And I mean, I come from a point of like being a comedian and understanding like where jokes come from. And then he even gets into it in the special where he talks a little bit about like Jada wanted him. Jada was pressuring him because he was supposed to host the Oscars the years that Will wasn't nominated for Concussion. She
Yeah.
was mad that he wasn't nominated for
So
Concussion.
she was like trying to get Chris Rock.
Yeah,
to
like they're like
boycott it.
Chris shouldn't be hosting. He should know better. Like, and that's why I think that's where the bad blood started. It sounds like because he was like,
He made
"How
a
you gonna-"
joke that night too, didn't he?
Yeah, he's like, how you gonna tell me
I
not to
thought-
do a job? Like just because your husband didn't get nominated? Like what the fuck does that have to do with me?
I thought the joke he made that night was worse than
know.
the bald one.
I think if you ask me, looking back at it all and knowing what we know, like publicly, there was probably a conversation where he had messaged him after that joke and was like, "You need to quit. Leave us out of your shit. If you ain't gonna be a part of the solution, you're just gonna be part of the problem." Blah blah blah. And then he comes out and does a joke, and that's why it was like, "Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth," because it was like, "Hey, we've already told you to stop."
Yeah,
Talking about us,
okay,
but you know
yeah.
what, motherfucker? Like that's one of the things that he said
I
on
was
the
kind
comedy
of
special
because I
too.
didn't know about the past joke when it
Yeah.
happened. I didn't know until after I did like research. So like when he yelled to keep my wife's name out of your mouth, I was confused by
Yeah,
that.
I think a lot of us were. Even if you had saw the joke, you didn't make the connection because you didn't know how deep the rift between them were. Because like he even talks about on the special, he's like, I love Will Smith. He's like, I rooted for this guy forever. He's like, I saw him at the Nassau Coliseum. I watched him open for, I don't remember who he said, Run the Jewels or something. I don't remember who it was. I don't think it was Run the Jewels. But he's like, I saw him
Was
open
it
for.
from the
Yeah, it wasn't Run the Jewels. I was thinking about Mike. I saw a video with Killer Mike recently, so like that's why it popped in my head. But like he was opening up for somebody, and he's like, I love Will Smith. I rooted for him my whole life. He's like, and then this motherfucker hit me on stage. He's like, you know, the whole. I mean, that part of it is like the last 5 minutes of the show. The whole show built up. There's a whole bit. He does a whole pro-choice. A bit about the Capitol riots. He does a whole bit about teaching his daughter like about about spoiling his kids. Like, I got rich kids. You know, my kids speak 3 languages. He's like going in and then talking about how his daughter got kicked out of private school, and it was like he wanted it to happen because she was like going down a bad path, and then now she's in culinary school in Paris. Like, it's
That was the first time Netflix has done like a live special.
And that's the craziest part that people aren't talking about is that he did it live.
It was live?
He did a live. The first time Netflix has ever done anything like that. And he did a live special on March 14th, was it? Or
Did you watch it live?
March 4th. No, I didn't watch the live special. I missed it. I came home and watched it right after it. I watched the re-air immediately. Before, because he had flubbed actually a joke, which was one of the things that people were talking about. Like he was talking about the concussion.
Oh yeah, he
said emancipation too early.
Because
I've done that before.
Oh yeah, where you fuck your punch line.
Because didn't he even say it on the thing?
He was like, "Oh, I messed that up. Fuck that up." Yeah, it was pretty funny because then he put out the final version of it where he fixed it and they took that part out.
Oh, okay.
So he fixed the joke, but he was talking about like you know, he didn't get nominated for concussion, so this show shouldn't have a job. He's like, now this motherfucker giving me a concussion, and that was the joke. Like, and then he was like, he's like, now you know, I go to the show and he's nominated or he something about emancipation. He's like, I'll watch Emancipation just to see his get his ass whooped. He was like, got me rooting for Massa. It was funny. Like the whole thing is funny. Like if you know any of Chris Rock was bigger, blacker, and uncut. Like that's one of the craziest specials. Like he's had so many like insane specials and insane like commentary, especially for the black community, as being a guy who like started, you know, he was in a segregated school. Like he went to a school that was part of desegregation. One of the only like 4 or 5 black kids at the school was getting pissed on, shit on, spit on, like treated horribly. And then people are like, well, he shouldn't talk about, like, he deserved that. I'm like, you guys don't know what this guy's been through. I know he's rich now, and I know you guys see him this way, but this guy's been through more than in most people in the world, and y'all don't realize it.
He's one of those,
that's why he was able to get hit and stand there, because he's done that before.
He's one of those, like, iconic celebrities, you know what I mean? Like one of those celebrities that, like, everybody knows.
Like I was telling him, I love Chris Rock in movies. I'm not a big fan of his stand-up, so.
Yeah. You're like, oh, give me some Caretaker.
I want Grown Ups.
Remember Caretaker from fucking
Longest Year? Was it?
Yeah. Grown Ups wanted to though.
He's like, he played Muhammad Ali. I played Pookie in New Jack City. He's like, we know this. He's like, this motherfucker takes off shirts in his movies. He's like, I do a scene where they're doing open heart surgery. He's like, my shirt, I got a sweater on. Like that was the joke. Like he was just explaining, like you may not be able to tell on TV, but I'm way smaller than him.
Yeah.
He's like, and then he was like, he did like a whole. One of the funniest things was like, Charlemagne called him a bitch. Like he kept calling him a bitch over and over again, which was hilarious. He was like, the Breakfast Club called him a bitch. He was like, they called him a bitch on The View, on The Talk. They were calling him a bitch. He's like doing this whole thing. And he's like, and the most bitch thing he did was hit me. He's like, I'm the
that was one
guy
thing that
something.
a lot of people mentioned was that if it was somebody else that would have said it, would Will Smith have still gone up there and smacked him?
Jonathan Major's up there. He ain't coming up there. Jonathan Major makes an alopecia joke. He's like, ha, 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 ha. It's funny, right, Jada?
Smacking Jada.
You better laugh, Jada. You better laugh, Jada. He's the future.
He ain't coming up to nobody else.
No, it's that type of thing. You know what I mean? Where you
selective outrage.
Selective, and that's what he was saying was like, you weren't this outraged when your wife was making you do a podcast where she's telling you about the dude's dick she sucked.
Yeah, no
but now you're mad that I make an alopecia joke. Make it make sense.
I feel like they did. Just he. I used to be a huge Will Smith fan too.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's just kind of ruined his image.
Well, they had that video.
In the last few years.
After all that happened, it came out and he had that video where like Jada came in on a live with him.
Yeah, and she was like, I don't. She was going off on him about something.
Tell him how much this doctor meant to our family and how she helped. And he's like, I need you to.
He's like asking her to turn it off
before you put me on. I have a carefully curated. Like basically, what he was saying was like, I don't put this on the internet. Like this isn't for you to put. And she's like, oh, here he is being who he like basically like treating him like shit on camera. And then everybody's like, yeah, you probably should have just Right. Chris Brown knew the right way to deal with a woman like
hey,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Hey, breezy.
I hate Chris Brown.
I know Chris Brown's the worst too.
My wife loves him too, and
he's one of those guys where like he's so talented, but he's also like a piece of shit. Yeah, it's like R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Okay, you gotta love R. Kelly.
Hey, you gotta love him.
If you can separate the art from the artist.
He says that on the special too. He's talking about people. He's like, yeah, you mad? He's like, you know, if you What did he say? He's like, you want to be starting something at the party. Everybody's dancing. He's like, but you play bump and grind. Everybody's looking at you like, oh, now you're mad. He's like, they're accused of the same thing, just different versions of the same thing.
You love Hitler's paintings.
Yeah, so. I do. I have like an entire gallery of originals of Hitler's. I have an entire gallery of Hitler painting, just dogs, like dogs in Hitler painting setting. You know, I want to I replace Hitler in every picture ever with just like a dog. Hi, it's just a pug.
I do it with cats.
Yeah, with cats. And Kitla, it's me, Kitla. It's Kitla. No, I mean the truth of the matter is with any of this stuff, like all of these topics have been curated over time, and these people like they come up with these jokes and it's like people get mad about everything you do. We get selective outrage all the time where like people would be mad about a joke we made, but like at the same time it's like you probably made a joke similar just about somebody else, but now it comes to you. And that's like a big thing that I always have a problem with is when, you know, people get upset about a joke that's made at their expense, but they're laughing all day when it's at somebody else's expense.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We've seen it a million times. Like it's
hundreds of times.
It's part and parcel of the gig of what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, I do want to throw this out before we're going to close up here soon. Is I want to talk a little bit about these M&Ms. You know, flipping. No, that's not what I meant. Sorry. I just feel like if you're going to inspire women with M&Ms, just don't use the peanut kind. That's ours. Come on. Yeah, no, with more nuts. Now I want to bring this one up. Where's it at? Oh, that's not it. Oh, here we go. I don't know if you guys saw, but the state finals, since our Kokomo Wildcat team won, they were doing the state finals March 25th, 2023 at Cambridge Fieldhouse.
That's my birthday.
Hey, on your happy birthday, man! Nice. Happy birthday! And then here's the information if you want to have the information. It starts at 8:15. The tickets are $15 for one game. If you want to stay for the whole day, it's $20. So go down there. The game's not till late. We have the late game. We're playing Ben Davis, and Ben Davis is a beast. They are.
Didn't Cass win?
Lewis Cass won too. I don't have that on here.
Okay.
I didn't put that on here just because like.
They're 2A, right?
I care about Lewis Cass. I'm just kidding. Yeah, they're playing 2. I think they're the 2A. They were right above this, but I didn't put it on here because I'm a Kokomo born and bred, baby. You know what I'm saying?
4A, baby.
4A, baby. I got the white robes to prove it. I'm from Kokomo. Just kidding.
Flory better wait. He's either gonna get me a lot of money or I'm gonna lose my house. So Flory better do it.
Flory, you better.
Did you put your profit sharing on it?
Yeah,
put my entire profit sharing. Flory's getting a triple double, or I'm going to the poorhouse.
Flory's all in your grill. You call him Fluoride.
Fluoride. I knew you took a really beautiful picture with Flory. That was nice.
I met him at Foot Locker. I felt so weird, but I wanted to get a pic, and I went down there and I saw him walk in. He had his knee iced up, and he was walking. I was like, "Can I get a picture with you?" And he said, "Yeah." I was like, "Thank you, sir."
Like, I can't wait to fucking make a joke on this.
Yeah, and then I made a shitty joke.
It was funny though. I laughed at it. I thought it was funny.
What if he would have tweeted and was like, "Yeah, some homeless guy asked me for a picture. It's so nice to help out the community."
Yeah, some mentally disabled guy.
This guy came up. He was drooling, covered in sweat. Hey man, can I get a picture with you? I'm pretty sure I saw semen on his hands.
I tried not to touch him.
It's like Flory's like, I'm so sick of taking pictures with white people.
That's probably. I mean, he probably takes a lot of pictures. I'm guessing.
Oh, I'm sure he does. I can't wait till one of the real ones comes out.
So I don't know if you guys heard. He's like a straight up celebrity, huh?
Yeah, locally for sure. I mean, you know, I still think I'm bigger celebrity than him. If we want to have a boxing match, me and Flory. Definitely. Yeah. Me and Flory getting in a celebrity boxing match. I'm sure I wouldn't get
celebrity death match.
I wouldn't even get within an arm length of him. He'll just hit me 50 times.
We have more video views than him. So fuck
yeah,
him.
yeah, no, Flory. You better get your fucking hype game movie hype mixes. I don't know if you guys saw, but this March they're actually turning this March into something.
What is it?
Somebody said it was Needlers, it's another grocery store. So they bought Marsh and they're actually going to put a new one down there. Nice. That's what I heard. So hopefully we'll have more information to come for that because I was just excited to tell everybody about it because like this is kind of cool.
Hey, I was going to mention this too. They're doing something. They're working on Big Daddies too.
Oh shit! They getting electrical fixed?
I think so.
Are they turning it into something?
I think they're getting it. They're going to reopen it.
As Big Daddies?
Yeah, as Big Daddies.
They need to change the name of that.
What do you want to change it to?
Daddies. Mamas. Big Mamas.
Yeah.
I'll go to Big Mamas before I go to Big Daddies.
Pink Pussy Lucy.
What about Little Daddies? Remember that?
Little Daddy. Yeah, that's a restaurant now.
Yeah, I know.
Hometown.
Remember Divas?
Oh, yeah.
What was it called? Divas?
That was the best one. Yeah. I got hepatitis over there, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
There's some nasty broads.
I got the clap from
I
taking
think
the shit.
they had a pregnant girl in there one night.
I don't think I've been to a
that's serious.
single.
Yeah.
I saw, we were there the same night, I think. I'm just kidding. I saw her too. I was like, Mom, get out of here.
dad.
Jordan's dad. You guys are probably brothers.
Yeah. Mom, get out of the strip club. I'm trying to see the pregnant women. I think there's nothing more down to earth than a strip club with pregnant bitches. You know what I mean? It's just like, I don't appreciate when a girl gets pregnant and all of a sudden she doesn't have a job. You know what I mean? Let her keep her job.
Lazy
benefits. You know, have the baby on the fucking pole. You know what I'm saying? Have that
be part of her performance.
She's like having the baby as she's spinning around the bowl, and the fucking the fucking cords getting wrapped around. The umbilical cord getting wrapped around the pole.
That's awesome.
That baby comes out like
real quick though, my grandma said at the Little Daddy's though, at that restaurant they have in there now, they literally still have 2 of the bars still
they do.
up.
I went in there pretty early when they opened up. The food was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had
I got a wrap there. It was really good.
Yeah, I got a fucking stromboli there, and then we got like the appetizer combo because we want to try a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
And then Danny DeMoulin punched me in the fucking face.
He owns that.
I think so. I don't know if he does, but I saw him there, and I was like wondering if he. When I pulled up, I went to park because they didn't have any like lines painted. You couldn't really tell where to park. And then the girl was like, "Yeah, you can park anywhere." And I saw her talking to Danny, and I was like, I wonder why he's here. And then I went inside and ate, and then he walked back into the kitchen. So I was like, yeah, he's definitely a part of it. Yeah. He might not be a name, but he's a part of it. I mean, it might be one of those things where like, this is my wife, and she's running this bitch, not me.
Right.
I'm not a part of this.
For legal reasons.
For tax purposes, I cannot be involved in any of the...
Remember the ultimate place to be or whatever?
Yeah, actually, I have a picture of that on here randomly because somebody tried to call me out. They were like,
Were they?
there was only... I made a joke, and they're like, there was only 2 Daddy's clubs. There was Little Daddy's and Big Daddy's. Actually, there was Big Daddy's 2, bitch. Yeah. And it was at the ultimate place to be.
That's a big building. They need to do something with that, too.
I can't believe they tore it down.
They knocked it down.
Oh, it's down.
It's gone.
It's not there?
It gone.
Oh,
no.
shit.
It gone. I was so sad. I was like, man, there's so many good, memories that I had there.
Yeah.
I got held up at gunpoint there.
Oh, really?
No, I'm just kidding. Just making shit up.
Oh, man,
just making shit up.
I'd believe it.
I remember Exhibit was there. I think people said Exhibit was there.
Exhibit was at the social, the old social one night, too.
Yeah.
When they were doing that, remember that home makeover show? Yeah.
Ron Jeremy and Donnie Baker, I did both there.
Which, you never see them in the room at the same time. I'm just saying.
I think they're the same person.
They're the same fucking person.
I had a friend whose dad looked just like Ron Jeremy. I mean, I'm spitting image.
John Jeremy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Ron Jeremy... did we all get introduced to porn? Was that the first guy you ever saw? Like, he was the first guy I remember seeing all the time.
I don't think he was the first guy. Because he was like...
I never even watched any of them.
Yeah.
He's just...
I popped in a blank videotape. I was like, ooh, that looks like my stepdad.
Club Jenna.
That looks like my mom.
Right. Club Jenna is like how I first got turned on.
Yeah. It wasn't Naughty America. You guys remember Naughty America? They did all the weird scenario ones that were like horribly acted.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just a teacher trying to teach. I need an A. I can't do this without an A. Well, I know where you can get an A. Let me put it in your A. And then like all of a sudden.
The doctor scenario.
Yeah.
That's what Jordan actually is in that video.
Yeah.
That's actually right after that you guys saw the money shot, but I didn't show that to people.
He didn't want to tell anybody.
It's called the jab for a reason.
It's the jab. The jab and a jab and a jab and a jab and the in and the out. All right, let's wrap this bitch up. Anyway, this has been the Kokomo Press Podcast. I'm Jordan Granger.
Brian West.
And our special guest today is
Chris Owens,
the Alpha Athlete. Check him out.
Time.
Yeah, we had a great time hanging out with you guys. Check us out. We got a comedy show coming up.
If you guys are interested in purchasing tickets, message the page or get a hold of one of us.
And if you guys don't pay the money for the show, Chris is going to come over and beat your ass. So.
Beat the shit out.
Put you in a headlock.
Yeah, I can't wait to
sleep.
I love you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. We love you.
Peace.
2 kisses. Thank you for watching this episode of the Kokomo Press Podcast. We really appreciate you. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. You can check us out on the Kokomo Press at Facebook, at YouTube, at Instagram, or you can follow us all at our individual accounts if you want on Twitter or Facebook or wherever. You can get our merch, or if you really, really, really want to help us out, It's only $5. You can actually subscribe to our Patreon. Check that out because we have a lot of content we want to give you guys, and we want to put more and more out, and it's starting to get expensive. So hit us up. Thank you for watching this episode of the Kokomo Press Podcast. Thank you so much. We love you. 2 kisses.